Sarah and Vinnie on Alice at 97.3.
All right, as we all know, Halloween's right around the corner, like less than 24 hours away. And I thought it would be fun if Marcus and I gave our kind of like our favorite Halloween-y type films. I mean, so let's just be loosey-goosey with this.
Yeah, you don't even like Halloween type
I don't.
films.
So
you hate scary because they give you nightmares.
They do give me nightmares.
You're 40 years old. It's time to stop that.
No, don't say that. All right, so we're going to do our top five. Coming in number 5 for me is Gremlins.
Oh,
Love
Gremlins.
that. That's a really good Halloween type movie.
What color are your panties?
So just if you get a chance, you haven't seen it, check that one out. All right, Marcus, you're up.
Number 5 for me is The Omen. Little Damien, classic horror
God, that's
film.
so good.
Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck is in it. Lee Remick, I think was her name. She was in it as well. Just one of the creepiest scary movies I've ever seen. Really atmospheric.
Number 4 for me, mine's more family friendly. You can have your kids. Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Disney, 1949, I think, classic.
Oh.
Headless Horseman. Incredible. Cartoon, yes,
Yeah,
the
I've
cartoon.
seen that. It's
Yeah, it's good.
It's actually that is kind of a
Ichabod Crane.
that is kind of a scary cartoon though.
I know.
That is kind of scary.
So you're welcome.
I understand
Good
why it would
choice,
scare
Hooman.
you.
Good choice, Hooman.
Let Me In, starring Chloe Grace Moretz as
Oh, how was that? That was last year,
excellent-
right?
It was like 3 years ago.
Oh, was it?
Excellent film. Excellent. It's a remake of a Swedish film. It's actually better than the original.
Oh.
Better than the original. She is so good in that movie. And she
I
basically
gotta write that one down. That was one I wanted to see at the time. And
so good. And it's so well written and directed. It is about a little girl who is a vampire, essentially. And I won't give anything more than that, but she develops a relationship.
I could tell that
with the
from the
boy.
trailer.
Yeah, really good.
All right, coming in number 3 for me. It's a new movie, just came out. Not necessarily exactly about Halloween, but more about the Day of the Dead. Book of Life, everyone. Cartoon, another cartoon. Really charming. If you're Mexican, it's a must-see. It really explains a good portion of the culture, which I was unaware of. So, an amazing animation. Book of Life, everyone. Halloween.
Have you ever seen a scary movie at all?
Marcus, number 3 for you, buddy.
I'm just wondering. Number 3 for me is Saw. Saw is a modern
the first
classic.
one.
It's a modern.
God, I love that movie.
So good. And the thing about that first one is that it's not super gory, and people think that it is, but it really isn't.
It's kind of gory. It's some gore, but it's so clever.
Yep.
It was so clever. I went and saw 2 and went, oh, I guess I don't need to see it.
Yeah, the rest of them were
That
terrible.
first one is so good. So good.
I actually remember when this movie first came out, I had dinner with the writer and directors of this film. They were like, they made this movie for $1 million. Made it $103 million. Such a well thought out film. Really loved it.
All right, number 2 for me. We're gonna stretch the Halloween parameters a little bit with this one, but it does.
What is Mary Poppins?
It is zombies. I'm gonna do World War Z. Not necessarily a Halloween type movie, but a lot of zombies. So I thought we could squeeze it into the Halloween. World War Z, everyone. Number 2, Marcus.
World War Z is pretty good. Number 2, Seven. 2 movies that star Brad Pitt. Seven
there we
is
go.
just a genius motion picture.
I knew you were
It's actually one of my 10 favorite films of all time. And I actually, 95, I think it came out.
That is
I think it should have won an
scary
Oscar.
movie.
I really think it was the best film that year.
And number 1 for me, guy won an Academy Award for this film. Really scary in my mind, and not necessarily quite Halloween, but close enough. Silence of the Lambs, everyone. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, that's a good one.
That'll pass.
All right, thanks.
My number 1 is always, and it probably always will be, The Exorcist. You could put that movie on at any time, and even though it's 40 years old, it's still as scary as anything you'll ever see, period.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
play
there you
that,
go.
please don't play
There
that.
you go. Can I give an honorable mention?
Yeah, sure.
A movie that's close to my heart.
Here we go.
This is a movie, it was a groundbreaking film because it was the first time a black man ever starred in a horror film. Also marked the first time a black man was killed in a horror film. Talking about Night of the Living Dead starring Dwayne Jones, the original 1968 George Romero classic, baby. That's a great one. I must see.
Wow, incredible.